All right, so we talked about tolerance and why which is really being accepting of other people and accepting that everybody has the right to be who they are and to be respected. And then we talked about some reasons to be tolerant, which is to really learn about other people, learn about different ways of being and thinking and experiencing the world, and that really we fear things that we don't know. So the more that we get to know people, the less fearful we are, and the more comfortable we are become with them. So some ways to be and to learn to be more tolerant of others is to be willing to meet with and to learn from new people. Never really judge a group of people by one person's actions, which is where prejudice and discrimination come from. And then being willing to listen and learn from each other, to learn about people's backgrounds and beliefs and traditions. And some of these things might challenge our way of thinking and believing in the world, and that's okay. It's okay um, to rethink some of the ideas that we have and to open ourselves up for new experiences and new friendships. Because the more that we get to know the people, the more that we see not just differences, but similarities, and that we are more similar than we are different. So I'm going to play a song for you called Don't Laugh at Me by Steve Seskin. And as you are listening to the song, I want you to look at the lyrics on the sheet that you have in front of you and circle any of the words in the lyrics that just speak to you. I'm going to share my screen. Looks like it's disabled.
Oh,
Are you able to let me share?
yeah, why is, oopsie daisies, you don't want to see my screen. I had it, thought it was working. One participant can share at a time. I'm sorry about that. Oh, here we go. It should work now.
Okay.
Okay, now try. Okay, good.
Okay.
Okay.
So do you see what do you see on there? Are you seeing this just this?
We see activity 3. Oh, there it is. Don't laugh.
Okay.
There it is. We got it.
So I'm going to try to shrink this a little bit so that you can see all of it. All right, can you see all that?
Yes. You ready for me to push play?
Yep, go ahead.
Okay.
A little girl never smiles, 'cause I've got braces on my teeth. And I know how it feels to cry myself to sleep. And I'm that kid on every playground who's always chosen last. Single teenage mother trying to overcome my past. You don't have to be my friend, but is it too much to ask? Don't laugh at me, don't call me names, don't get your pleasure from my pain. In God's eyes, we're all the same. Someday we'll all have perfect wings. Don't laugh at me. I'm the cripple on the corner. You've passed me on the street, and I wouldn't be out here begging if I had enough to eat. Don't think I don't notice our eyes never meet. I lost my wife and little boy when someone crossed that yellow line. The day we laid them in the ground, the day I lost my mind. Right now, I'm down to holding on. to this little cardboard sign. Don't laugh at me, don't call me names, don't get your pleasure from my pain. In God's eyes, we're all the same. Someday we'll all have perfect wings. Don't laugh at me. I'm fat, I'm thin, I'm short, I'm tall, I'm deaf, I'm blind. Here aren't we all? Don't laugh at me, don't call me names, don't get your pleasure from my pain. In God's eyes, we're all the same. Someday we'll all have perfect wings. Don't laugh at me. Don't laugh at me.
All right, thank you for playing that. So as you listen to that song, what were some of the lyrics, if any of you want to share, what were some of the words that might have spoke to you in that song?
Just working in special ed, tons of them stuck out. Like I have a girl I work with who is visually impaired, so we've just been dealing with a lot of bullying actually with our special ed students, with one student in particular who's not a special ed student over the last 2 years, and it's been pretty painful. So I feel like if this lesson was done in our school right now, it would really hit home. Also the fat comments and just the word crippled, things like that. They don't use that word necessarily, but a lot of these things are just very close to home right now. And then for myself, I know I was chosen last for kickball, so I was sad about that.
Yeah, and it talked about some people. What were you able to pick out who are some of the people that were mentioned in the song?
I feel like it's everybody, right? Like
Yeah.
it's just one person targeted towards one person, it's everybody. And I remember listening to this song when I was growing up. And like, yeah, just loving that like perspective of someone else like understanding what I was going through, because like being called names and laughed at or mocked or whatever. But yeah, I feel like that song can touch on any single person. It's not just me, it's everybody.
Yeah, and it talks about being, that's really because we're all in there. That I think because there's so, it talks about people with physical disabilities, but also, it talks about people who are blind, but we can be blind to lots of different things, can't we?
There's
And not
definitely metaphors in there too.
very, very much metaphors within the song. And do you think that people can relate to this song when they hear it?
I think so. A lot of people could relate to it as somebody who have been picked on, like people appearance or something is missing or you sick or any kind of person can relate to the song.
Because everybody at some point in their life has felt belittled or picked on or felt like they somehow have fallen short of somebody else's ideal of who and what they should be, right? And can you see, when you look at and listen to the song and read the lyrics, do you see that tolerance is really one of the main themes of this song? Really saying that, hey, we're similar because we are different, all of us.
Yeah, it's like the only thing constant is change. That kind of felt like a theme in there. Like we all have something, so that makes us very connected, and we should probably celebrate that more than we do.
Yeah, that interconnection.
It's more like embracing our difference.
Yes. Yeah, embracing our differences because we're better, right? We're better because we're different. Absolutely. We're going to continue this theme, and what I'd like you to think about, you have a piece of blank paper in front of you, and I want you to think about any of the names that you might have been called in your life. Might be nicknames, it might be loving names that your parents gave you. It might be names that were hurtful, or names that your friends might have teased you growing up. And I want you to write down on that paper as many of those of those names as you can think of. And this is anonymous. You don't have to write your name on the paper anywhere. I just want you to write down those names. And I might give you a couple of minutes to do that. I'm going to stop our lecture part because we've hit 10 minutes, if that's okay. You want to stop recording and then we can continue talking maybe?
Yes, I will hit stop right now. And